Hey guys, welcome to the 401 class. Welcome to this way of learning information. Welcome back to college. So a couple of announcements before I jump into the lecture number 17. So the way I'll be recording the lectures will be somewhat similar to this. I'll be typing everything up on the Google Doc. I'll be explaining everything. You'll be tested on this information. I will not be talking about the career, about the job search, because there'll be completely separate series of videos about that. So you'll be on this channel, by the way. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye on this YouTube channel. Right. What else? You'll be tested on that material. Again, if you feel that this material is boring, you can actually speed the video up. You don't have to watch that at all, but in that case, you don't really know what you'll be tested on. You will not know for sure what I'll be asking you for quizzes and the final exam, and there is a second midterm, right? So you need to know all of them. What else? Probably it. That's probably it. Okay. Now, today I actually have some bad news for you. I already tried to record this lecture, and there was a technical issue. Like, it didn't work. I don't want to explain the whole strategy. Anyway, so I already typed everything up, and you will not be typing everything in front of you, which may be good, right? But I would really want you to type everything as I'm typing that in as well, because in this case you'll memorize it a lot better. Or ideally, not typing that, but ideally, if you're taking notes, if you actually do that handwriting, they'll be a lot better, because again, I'll be asking you this particular stuff for the midterm, on the final exam, and some of the material may not be as easy as it seems, right? As it seems, whatever. Anyway, precedence. So today we want to talk about the precedence, okay? So what is precedence? When two operators share one operand, then the higher precedence goes first, okay? So now let's remember what is an operator, what is an operand. Operator would be this: multiplication, division, addition, times. Operand would be the number, right? So operator is something which does something, and operand is something which does which an operator is doing that something to, okay? So usually we'll probably need like one operator and two operands. Okay, so such an operator is called binary. Binary meaning two, so it requires two things to do something. It's not going to work like two times, right? In Java, so if you write some code, for example, I don't know, int x is equal to times and semicolon, it's not going to work. Why? Because as an operator, multiplication requires two operands. So that's kind of the rule. You need to have two operands. You need to have something like this. However, it's possible to have so-called unary operator. That means that it just requires only one operand. For example, 3 ++ just needs one thing. Okay, that's 3. So that operator plus is unary, so-called unary. Okay, hope it makes sense. Anyway, so precedence. Precedence is basically the order of operations. Okay, so for example, probably from the elementary school, you know that 4 + 5 times 2, right? If you do something like this, you cannot just do it from left to right, right? You have to multiply 5 by 2 first, and then you need to add 4. So that's the rule, okay? So similarly, when people are designing compilers, they have to create those rules which the compiler would follow when it compiles the code, okay? And there are a lot of operators in Java, in all other programming languages, and today we're going to be discussing what is the precedence, which ones are executed first, which ones are executed the last, okay, and like how they work. Let's do it. Yeah, so for example, 1 + 2 times 3 is treated as 1 + 2 times 3, right? So 2 times 3 is done first. Meanwhile, 1 times 2 + 3 will be treated as 1 + 2. Hold on, no. Like this, right? So multiply first and then add 3. That is true because multiplication has high precedence. So precedence is important, in other words. Now, another thing which I want to talk about is associativity. So when an expression has two operators with the same precedence, Okay, so what the idea is that what if you have two operators and they have the same importance? Which one do you go first with? You go with the one which has So for example, if you have like, I don't know, 5 plus 2 plus 2, okay, do you start from the right or do you start from the left? Okay, when you have two operators and they have the same precedence, they have the same importance, what do? Do you go from right or to the left? From right to left or left to right? And that's something which is called associativity. When an expression has two operators with the same precedence, the expression is evaluated according to its associativity. For example, this statement x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to 17 is treated right to left, right? So z is equal to 17 is done first, y is equal to 17 is done second, x is equal to 17 is done third, leaving all three variables with the value of 17. Equal sign has right to left associativity. Okay, so it starts from the right and then just slowly goes to the left. 81 divided by 3 divided by 3 is treated as 81 divided by 3 first, and then you divide it by 3 as well. So that's called a left to right associativity because you start from the left and then you go to the right. Okay. Java operators have and their precedence and their associativity. Okay. So in this section, I'm going to list all the operators I know of in the order of decreasing precedence. So basically, I'm going to start with the ones which have the highest importance, the highest priority, which are the most important ones, and then we'll finish with the ones which are which are executed the least. Okay. So, question to you, the question I was asking is, which one do you think is the most important? Which operator is executed the very first? Okay, and that is access of an array to an element. Okay, that's a dot which access to an object. So we have object dot parameters, so x in the parameters, and then parentheses, of course. Parentheses. So all three of them, they have the same most important precedence, the highest level of priority. If you have like some number of them, right? So if you have, for example, something like this, right? Then in this case, you go from left to right. So if you have, I don't know, if you have some kind of operations, for example, 5 plus 2, 1 times 3, okay, and just 2, let's say, something like this. In this case, again, so where do you start? Do you start from here and then you go to the left, or do you start from the left, you go to the right? So the way Java does that, you start from the left and then you go to the right. Okay. So that's the first level. That's the first level of precedence, that's the highest priority. Now, question to you. Which operator do you think has the lowest priority? Absolutely the lowest. Which one is the least important one? Ideas? Do you have any guesses? That's going to be equal sign. Where is that? Yeah, equal sign. Equal sign. Because like equal, assigning something to something is done the very last. Okay, moving on. What do we have here? Okay. Cool, next level, plus plus minus minus as unary. So unary post increment and a unary post decrement. Okay, so for example, x plus plus. Okay, they do not have any associativity. Why? Because they're unary. Unary, so that means they require only one. Like you cannot have something, I don't know. You cannot have something like this, for instance. How would you even do that? How would you? I'm not even sure how you create an expression where you would have like two of them. Like this, I guess, right? So which one do you apply first? Right, yeah, but in this case, I mean, so it's obvious. Yes, so something like that, an expression like that would not be possible. Okay. Also, unary pre-increment, pre-decrement, also, yes, for example, you cannot have something like this, I think, right? Yeah, you cannot have that. That's not allowed. That's illegal in Java. Okay. Yeah, so those operators do not have any associativity. Unary post-increment, post-decrement, pre-increment, pre-decrement. Okay, cool. So that's kind of the second level. Third level would be plus minus as unary plus or unary minus. So not binary plus, not like 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. No, It's unary plus and unary minus. For example, A is equal to plus B. Okay, so for example, if I say A is equal to negative B, that means if B is equal to 10, then A will be negative 10. Vice versa, if B is equal to 10, then plus B would be 10. Okay, and if B is equal to negative 10, then A would be also negative 10. If I do it this way, right? If I do plus. Okay, that's the next level. What is the associativity? Right to left. But on the same level, I have this. I also have unary not. Okay, so not true is equal to false. Unary bitwise not. Okay, so remember the difference between the bitwise operator and the logical operator. Okay, so in the bitwise operators, we don't really care about the numbers separately. We care about the bits in the positions. So for example, if I do if I do unary bitwise not, that means if I have a number like that, I need to convert each individual bit into the opposite bit. So 1 to 0, 0 to 1, and then just concatenate them. So this 1 would give me 0, this 0 would give me 1, this 1 would give me 0, this 0 would give me 1. Okay, so the associativity is right to left. Next, casting, new object creation, right to left. So new, casting and new, right? So basically, again, when we are doing int 5.0, right? So that type of casting. Then new as object creation, same thing, right? So that's the associativity is right to left. Now, so now here we comes to the something which a lot of you are aware of: multiplication, division, and module calculation, right? So I think they're called multiplicative. What is that called? Hold on. Multiplicative. Okay. Multiplicative operators. Multiplicative operators. So multiplication, division, percent sign, left to right. Okay, that makes sense, right? So if I do 5 times 5 times 5, right? So I multiply this 5 by this 5 first, and then 25 by 25, and I'll get 125. Now, binary addition, deduction, and string concatenation. Binary, not unary, but binary now. Okay, so that's something which you're used to. So 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1, right? So in this case, 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. That's done first, and then we add 1, and that'll be 8. Okay, string concatenation. Okay, that makes sense. Left to right. Now, bitwise shift, right to left. Okay, I hope you remember what shift does. If I have a number, let's say, I don't know, 1110, okay, and I want to shift it one position to the right, okay, so the way I would do that, I would write something like this. So 2 brackets like pointing to the right, and then 1. That means I want to shift position where? To the right. Well, to you it'll be that way. Anyway, so shifting that, okay, one position to the right. So you take each bit and you kind of move that one position to the right. So this one will take place of this one will take place of this one, and this one will take place of this 0, and this 0 will take place of what? Of nothing. So this 0 is erased. In this case, you're gonna have 1, 1, 1. Okay. If I shifted 2 positions to the right, then I'm erasing 2 digits. Okay, so that's this. Okay. And now question to the smartest of you, what does it mean? What is it equal to when I shift a binary number 1 position to the right? That means I multiply it, divided by 2. Okay. If I shifted 1 position to the left, that means I multiply it by 2. Okay. So if I shifted 2 positions to the right, that means I'm divided by 4. Okay. Okay, so bitwise shift left to right. Okay, now comparison, less than or equal to, less than, greater than, equal to. They do not have any associativity, because why? It's impossible to have something like 5 is less than or equal to 10, 3, 10 is greater than 8. Okay, in Java that is not allowed. Technically, you can kind of create a way how it would work, but no, in Java that's not allowed. Okay, Moving on, equality, equal to, not equal to, okay? So they have associativity left to right, okay? So something like this, okay? Something like this would be allowed to do in Java, okay? Now the question to you guys, what is the value of this expression? What do you think? Oh, let me have a sip of hot chocolate. Okay, so since it is left to right associativity, what's going to happen is that you'll be evaluated as this, treated as this. So true equals to false. What is that? That's equal to false, right? Now false is equal to true. That's equal to false. That's why the final answer, like if you print that out, right, this, then it'll be false, right? Yeah, okay. From left to right. Now, bitwise and, left to right. Okay, so bitwise and, hope you remember that. When we're talking bitwise operations, let's say we have 110 and 101. Okay, so we're doing 1 and this one gives us 1, 1 and 0 gives us 0, 0 and 1 gives us 0. Okay, left to right. Okay, so it's possible to have like basically something like this. That's allowed. Bitwise or XOR, sorry, exclusive OR. Okay. Also left to right. 110 exclusive OR 101. 1 exclusive OR 1 gives us 0. 1 exclusive OR 0 gives us what? 1. Okay, they're different. And 0 exclusive OR 1 gives us 1. Left to right. Okay. Bitwise OR. So not like logical OR. That's logical OR. And now I'm talking about bitwise OR. So it's only one bar, vertical bar. What is that? 110 bitwise OR 101. So we're also doing OR between the separate bits, corresponding bits of numbers. Okay, so 1 or 1 gives us 1, 1 or 0 gives us 1, 0 or 1 gives us 1, left to right. Logical AND. Okay, so that's something which you're used to. True and false gives us false. Okay, left to right. Logical OR. So logical AND has a precedence in front of logical OR. Okay, it's very important. So if I have something like something and something or something, that AND will be evaluated first, and then it will come to that OR. Logical OR. True or false gives us true. Left to right. Ternary operator, 7, okay, so let's say 7 is equal to 6, question mark 3, colon 2, okay, what is that going to give us? It's basically going to do this first, right, it's going to compare 7 and 6, it will be true, that's why it will be evaluated to 3, okay, right to left. And now the very last one is this, okay, so all types of assignments, all of them. Just assignment with the plus, assignment with the minus, assignment with the star, division, and exclusive OR, okay, that's there. Then equal, so assigning and shifting, left, right, and then triple shift, right to left. Okay, that's something we already discussed. Right to left, that's this. Okay, so at the end of this lecture, I'd like to show you a couple of, not examples, I'd like to give you a couple of exercises. I want to kind of challenge you. So think about this, that's the first assignment. What do you think Z will be? Okay, so what's kind of done first? Is I will multiply first, right? And then we'll do an adding and addition, sorry. Pre-increment and post-decrement, right? Or we're doing them first and then we're multiplying, or for example, if I have like these 3, so which ones are done first? Okay, maybe so like is it possible that I decrement, then multiply, then increment? Maybe that way? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I want you to know. Moving on, a couple of more. Yeah, by the way, I want you to do this. So, okay, system.out.println. Okay, and then I'll say the answer is 1 plus 2. Okay. And same thing, but. Okay. So the question is there any difference, and why? If there is, why would there be any difference? If there is no difference, like why there is no difference? If I include those parentheses. Okay, does it change anything? What else? Then give me this. So year equals to 4 equals 0, and year %sign 100 not equals to 0, or year %sign 400 equals 0. Okay, so what is that? How does it work? What does it do? Why is it the way I showed? Okay. Yeah. By the way, a very good exercise would be: can you try to insert a parenthesis such that it will be clear what's evaluated first and what's evaluated second, such that it will be clear what the precedence is. Okay. And also with the printouts. Last kind of challenge, home exercise, small exercise for you. What is 1 plus 2 plus, I don't know, blah. Okay, what is that? And what is the opposite order? 1 plus 2. Okay, cool. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this class, this short lecture. Please comment down below if you have any questions. Email me also if you have any questions. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.